Good day everyone and welcome back to Do Nothing Gaming, Dark Souls with Muse, Dark Souls 2 to be precise. We're back with the old boy Vendrick and his armour. We've got the Ashen Mist Heart now so we can actually examine his armour. And now we can access the memory of the king. Hello there Mr. Vendrick, sir.
Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. I am Vendrick, ruler of Drangleic. As flame rises, so does it fade. Such is the way of things. Do you intend to link the fire? Then you must first take the throne, prove your worth, find the ancient crowns, seek adversity, and they will be yours, and your wishes granted.
The ancient crowns.
And your wishes granted. And your wishes granted.
Interesting. So, seek the ancient crowns, says friend Vendrick. That's kind of the DLC. That's kind of our plan. Something else we can do over here whilst we're hanging around. You might also have noticed that we've got a new axe. Let's get into the light, shall we? The Drake Keeper's Great Axe, aka Leanne. She's joined Reba in the combo. Once we've got enough strength though, Alison and Leanne will probably be our combo because they got the range. They got a good bit of range on them. Now Vendrick.
Get up to this.
Have some damage. We want to fight
Have
you.
this.
There we go.
Fire.
Okay, good fight. So yeah, as you can see, Vendrick's a bit of a toughie, but we do want to take him down. So let's have another go, shall we? Let's have a proper go. The fact that he kind of one-shots you is unfortunate. And we're not doing a great deal of damage to him, but we are doing about as much damage as you can. But we have picked up all of the giant souls, and each one you pick up hugely increases the amount of damage you can do to him. So you can beat him with no souls really, but as you can see he's quite tough. Very slow but quite tough. So we'll just play it patiently. And try not to get murdered. Oof, that was close to a one-shot kill again, I think. Need to keep that stamina up. Come on, stamina. And then, yeah, it's just a battle of patience, this one.
We're fucked!
Don't even need to roll half the time. I can just stand up his butt and circle around him. Camera doing its best to cause trouble for us. And yeah, that was foolish.
Oh, I'm gonna peg it.
That was a poorly timed Estus. Good grief. The fact that we're dying to Vendrick doesn't bode well for the DLC at all, because DLC is like harder than the rest of the game. And Vendrick's not supposed to be a hard boss, you just need to not make mistakes.
A few minutes later.
Oh god, I thought it was well out of range of that. Doesn't have a jump attack, does he? Ah, jeezums, once you're in front of him, the range on that sword is a nightmare. Alright, we've got in a double swing there, so that's nice.
I'll tell our kid.
Oh, I rolled way too early on that second swing. Right, in the interest of not doing the same thing all bloody episode, we'll give it one more shot, and then we'll go and do something else.
Yorkshire. Bloody stomach pills.
Alright then. Well, there you go. And so we return to the Black Gulch and the home of the Rotten for something else. We're going to head on through to the old Primal Bonfire room, and we're finally going to explore this thing on the back wall. That's right, guys, it's DLC time. Vendrick has advised us to seek the ancient crowns, so here we are in DLC number 1, ready to have a look for them. It's just occurred to me I can't actually remember the names of the DLC packs. I remember this is Shulver, the Sunken City, but the actual name of the DLC escapes me, so funny. Right, really?
Hey, the daft ass.
But we're here. Let's see. Are they all called, like, Crown of the Ancient King or some sort of gubbins? Something like that, maybe. But behold, a new area for us to play in. Ziggurats. Always fun. Stalactites, stalagmites, and it is indeed Shulver, the Sanctum City. Crown of the Sunken King, that rings a bell. Now, what have we got over here? A dragon. Hello, dragon friend.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, you've got a spear in you. That's not comfortable, I'm sure. And he's off on his next adventure. Well, I'm sure that's the last we've seen of that dragon. Now, let's do some action. Starting with a bonfire. So, where to go from the old bonfire? We've got a little platform. Where does this lead us to? Deadly, deadly drops, and round a corner to an enemy. Well, we don't want none of him. So what was back the other way? Oh yes, I believe I know what that is. We'll leave that till later. That little platform. And carry on heading down here. So, we've got more of these poison looking dudes. Somebody's shooting us with arrows, that's rude. Oh wait, might have been that guy at the top end actually. So, I was going to lure him over with a bolt, but I can't really do that if he's already shooting us, so let's take out his mate first, and then let's take out this lad if we can. Or are we going to get stabbed? Or are we going to get shot? Something's going to happen. Yeah, we got shot then stabbed. The old 1-2. Yeah, the enemies are quite tough in the old Sanctum. They can all just poise break your attacks as well, which is annoying. So we'll take that lad out again. Now let's explore what this is. Oops. This is definitely a thing. What does that do? That raises up a platform. Nice, and knocks over a bunch of the guards. And it blocks the bowmen. So that's just worked out really well all round. I mean, it's aggroed these two, but we're going to have to fight these two at some point. And now we can do it in a relatively controlled fashion. Now, do we have another? Yeah, we do. We'll want to trigger that now, I think. Because that allows us to just go left. Yeah. But we've brought this up, so let's have an explore of it. Get back the old souls. And now this is going to block some more archers. And we kind of got lucky to avoid that guy's strike, but the main thing is, avoid it we did. Now, there's a lot of dudes there. It feels like I could probably trigger this to mess them up. Hey, knock one off the edge. That's a good start. And now we could bum rush the others. It has brought a guy up by the look of it, though. And yeah, we're actually just not getting in any hits there for some reason.
Leg it.
So that didn't quite work to plan. But that's one down. We'll just hide around this pillar while we get our drinky poo in. We can trade with that lad, at least. And another drink. And then this guy... Ugh. Even with the extra range on this axe, it's still an axe, and therefore the range isn't great. But that's fine. We got a mace. That's fine, I guess. And a life gem. Now, there's tricky things you can do with these pillars. You can sort of hit them into place and then jump up or down on them to find extra loot and items and things. So, let's see. What's going on over there? Were you taking damage or just fanning around? Either way. Let's see what happens if we go down on this one. Oops, we missed it. So there was a door up above, but there's a door here as well, so we're not trapped or anything like that. Now, what have we got around here? We've got a jump to another item. Or a roll to another item. Longbow +7. Good grief. They want you to have a decent bow by the time you're here, I guess. But now how do we get back up? Can we hit anything up there to raise this up? Because we certainly can't go down anymore, can we? I feel like I'm stuck. Can you help me down, friend? Probably not. No, I thought not. Guess we're going to have to Homeward Bone. That's a bit silly. I suppose it's not the end of the world, though, because we don't have to actually sit at the bonfire. Although, has it brought everyone back anyway? Yeah, it seems to have brought everyone back even though we didn't sit at the bonfire. So we may as well sit and get back our Estus. We will need this. And then we'll need to trigger that again. Because this is the one that we sent back down. The one at the top should still be in place though, and the one on the left. Yeah, the one on the left is definitely still in place. Alright, that's a nice running attack. Very nice, very good. Yeah, those lads are all back. But this one's seen us, so that's good. And is that guy going to see us? Maybe. We're probably at the point where we could use a humanity. Yep, come on, lad. One-on-one me. Okay. Now, what if we trigger this and then trigger it again? Is that going to aid us in any way? Because it might push those guys back up, but it might not. Is it going to push you guys off? Oh, goodness grief.
Oh, you dozy bugger.
I actually took a hit from the thing rising up. That's weird. But it does sound like it pushed at least one of them off the cliff. Before I got souls. So that's half the goal I wanted. Now, can I persuade one of you to draw your sword? Ooh, how big's a backstab? 1300 with this weapon. Very nice.
This is a butcher's dog, mate.
Super cool. Now, I'm going to use a humanity just because I'm not liking how slim that health bar is getting. And we've got 40 of the buggers. What's the point in carrying 40 of them to the end of the game? And we're on top. And now we can jump across. That's quite a short jump actually. I might overshoot this. Oof! Look at that precision. What's my prize? Is it a ring? Question mark? Dark quartz ring +3. So if we fight any dark bosses, that could be handy. Now, which one is it I rode down? It was that one, and I got off halfway. I could ride that one down. Is there any need to? What does that switch do? I mean, it's apparently aggroed a sword guy, but... Yeah, I didn't quite see what that did. But that's fine, because we've also got this other way that we opened by triggering the first switch. And this is the route we'll generally be taking a bunch of the time. Now that we've cleared the items and whatnot from the top bit. A lance. Not the most effective of weapons for fairly clear reasons.
Just get out of the way!
Do we go into that room or do we go into this room or do we go elsewhere? There's a lot of chittering noises, which is not promising, really. All told. Of all the noises you don't want to hear, chittering is probably high up the list, I feel. Now, what are you going to do? Weird little flies. Now, is that back the way I came? Is that the way... Yeah, that's the way I came in, if I drop off there. That's cool. So this room, I remember that we don't want to burst those egg things. Is it durability damage that will happen if I do? Maybe it's durability damage. What do we see from over here? Anything nice? Any more switches we can hit from around this corner? Not really. Oh, there is a drop off though. Is it? Try below. It seems tricky to me. Oh yeah, you're right. Well done. An old growth bar, I guess. Just wake up that guy. And yeah, we've got no choice but to flop off onto these stairs now, so...
I'll be off then.
Or we did have a choice, I guess. We could fall to our death. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've made progress. We can basically skip that right-hand section now that we've explored it. And instead just flop off here. Now stroll about. I think there are a couple of other guys we probably want to take out around here, but
Alright.
let's see. And yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen first time, to be honest. I'm surprised we even made that jump once. I feel like we're going to see a lot of this bonfire. And a lot of this guy. Do they enemies despawn in the DLC after 10 to 12 kills? I'm not sure if they do. Right, that seems like a sensible way to proceed when we come down here. Now we can skip that left bit now. Work our way through this room full of blob. Where does this take us? Oh, they do durability, do they? And someone's shooting us, are they? And yeah, that was bound to happen. I was just being foolish there. I feel like this series is an antithesis to all those Dark Souls series you see where people play through the whole series without getting hit once. Or Some such nonsense. This is what it looks like when an ordinary person plays Dark Souls. Or is this what it looks like when a really bad person plays? I'm not sure.
The second one.
No, is there anything else of merit in this room? There is another doorway. So we could try and sneak through that. Ooh, hello. Right, it's all getting hairy out here. Right, that's you down. Now, archers, have you all finished with your nonsense? Maybe. So what have we found? We found a little room. Is this how we're supposed to get down to the stairs, maybe? Oh, this is where this is. This makes a little bridge for us. Well, half a bridge anyway. And then that's how you fail to make the rest of it. Now, have we just aggroed a bunch of enemies? Because that wouldn't be awful, because then we can just pull them back to here and try and knock them off. Oh, come on. Right, I don't know what happened there. But there's a kill. And how's that not a kill? Awful git. Have some of that. Right, so maybe that works out. And now, where was that other switch? It's underneath there, isn't it? Yep. So yeah, I guess that kind of worked out. Snag those souls. And now we've opened both parts of that bridge so we can actually get across without incompetence. Well. There we go. And then we can knock this one off, which opens up this bit. There we go. Comes out the wall this time. And then we can head across and into this little room for more treasure. This, I believe, is optional side stuff again. Let's see. We'll take you on the stairs, I think, because that seems like a sensible option. Yeah, this is working. Oops. Yeah, that kind of works out nicely. We'll get more. Anything out there? Any loots? Any switches? Nope. Fine. There's got to be loot. There we go. Otherwise, what's the point in coming over here? Although if the point was just to get an Elizabeth mushroom, then maybe that was a bit of a pointless side route after all. Or I'm missing stuff. Always consider the possibility that I'm missing stuff because I'm a goob. Now, this down here, though, is an enemy. You can just about see his eyes and his teeth down there. So, were the statues in the gutter, etc., inspired by these things, or were they broken off from them? It's hard to say, but we're poisoned. That's the main thing. That was the gist of his presentation. Oh, why did I swing that way? But now this is just an ambush spot, basically. But we're kind of nearing a bonfire. So that's nice. It does involve, I think, triggering all of these switches. Did we get all three of those? Maybe we did. Hello. What are you doing down there? And how do we even... How do we even... Is that going to work? No, of course it won't. Fuck's sake. I might have to go past and then look back at it. All the while being peppered by these archers. And investigating these little side rooms as well, I guess. Yeah, I heard you. Don't know where you came from, but I heard you swinging. Now, what we got further on? Ah, is this connected up now? Good. Another Sanctum Mace. Okay. Blunt weapons for those that like them. And now we've got a double ambush coming. Where from? Who knows? But they're up now. Oh, jeez. That hurt. Are we beginning to get the measure of these lads? Is that what's happening here? Or have I just been lucky with a couple of them? What's down here? Anything? More ambushes? Somewhere I've already been? Hard to tell. No. This is new. No, I don't think I did trigger that one, did I? Oh yeah, I did. That's that one again. We definitely want them all up. This is known. So we'll pop that one back up. But how do I get this one up? I could roll down onto it, actually. But I don't know if I want to do that. There's stairs down there, which is nice. Now, the stairs down lead me to another part of the level. Looks like they do. Yeah, they lead me down there. Now, what's in this little room? Yeah. Something to come back to later. So yeah, we'll finish exploring this top bit, because there's definitely a bonfire not far from here. Alright, come on, lad. Up. Right, let's see you out the way. Oh god. Oh jeez! He got us. So yeah, that is your taste of Shulver, the Sanctum City, Crown of the Sunken King DLC. It's bloody hard, guys. We're going to be here for some time. But we'll get through. Eventually, and when we do, you will see it all right here on Do Nothing Gaming. Thanks for watching, friends. I will see you soon.